So all three of these gunpowder empires are going to have significant problems moving forward. Mainly their geographical location doesn't help them in terms of it's a major trading spot, so a lot of people have interest in it. And it just isn't going to work for them because remember, they are all very significantly diverse and they have significantly diverse populations that have significantly different beliefs. So here we go. The Safavids. One of the reasons Safavids are going to fall is the group of Afghans. Afghans is a tribe a little further east of Isfahan, and they actually are going to take Isfahan and are going to basically just take over the city. There's really no different way to put it than that. Thousands of people and thousands of officers are executed throughout the Safavid Empire with that. Next, how about the Ottomans? Ottomans have really poor leadership, and they really don't know how to interact either internally or externally. Suleiman's successors, Selim II, also known as Selim the Sat, and then Ibrahim the Crazy. They spent tons of money in excess. Officials have them murdered. Now, of course, Selim and Ibrahim had also killed off a bunch of others as they went. Anytime you're getting named Selim the Sat and then Ibrahim the Crazy, it's probably not good because you get those names post your death. Now, so that's one of the major big problems for the Ottomans. Britain's influence with the Ottomans is going to hugely increase, but then also in India, it's going to increase. Let's talk about the Ottomans first. The British are selling the Ottomans weapons, but they are so far behind everybody else's, so they're not upgrading their military technology. And when part of your empires are based on, hey, we're going to get more people by conquering, and you're not upgrading your military technology, that's going to be a problem. So the whole network and their military with the Ottomans just became really expensive to maintain, and it's not going to work. It's not going to work very well. The other one in India, when Aurangzeb dies, there's so much Hindu-Muslim tensions going on that Britain kind of works their way in, just slowly but surely saying, yeah, you should probably listen to us instead of them. And so Britain's influence is slowly but surely going to gain in the Mughal Empire. So in other words, Britain and the Ottomans in India is big time gaining significant tensions. In all three places, the Europeans, again, mainly the British, take advantage of Islamic cultural and trade that all of them are going to start to get, the British especially are going to start taking advantage of them and get more and more and more and more wealthy. How about internally? Well, we've talked about this a bunch already, that the conservative clerics are not happy versus any of the leaders. The clerics distrust all the emperors because they don't think that they are holding to Islam enough. You think about the coffee houses with the Ottomans, that it's just they don't think about it. Suleiman, huge, like his wedding that he had with his wife was just over the top, and it's just, so the Ottomans doesn't work very well. And then in the Safavids, not holding enough to Shia beliefs, and then the Hindu-Muslim tensions are just huge, and so they believe in that the Muslims are giving too much to the Hindus throughout, and so you just have significant problems going on with internally. The Wahhabi movement in Arabia is basically their job. They try to take down the Sultan, and they basically are successful with it. They close down the printing press. Think about that. There won't be a printing press in Turkish or Arabic until 1729 in the Ottoman Empire. That puts you a long ways behind the rest of the world. And then it closed permanently in 1784 after a quick reopening. It just did not work really well. The Mughals don't have a printing press either. And then we have all this tension between the Muslims and the Hindus. It doesn't work very well. As a whole, the conservative clerics are not happy, and they want to work against the foreign technologies of the time period, and it just makes things, they can't keep up with anybody. And the Europeans are able to work their way, especially the British, are able to work their way in and get more and more and more influence. Now, none of these three completely fall during this time period. That will happen later. But they all are losing power to the Europeans, especially the British. The British are slowly but surely going to gain more and more and more power. So just here you go. This is a look at Ottoman, Safavids, and Mughals. Just a little compare and contrast here by charts with taxes, religion, and military. Just good info for you. You can get whatever you want with it in your notes. You can put as much or as little with it in your notes.